it's beating Secret once in best of 3 doesn't suddenly make you favorites against them the next time you play. I think we saw that a bit in some of the other regions. Even yesterday, EG playing in the lower bracket despite looking bad, they were still favored to win at least game 1 against Crazy and ultimately lost the series. So until you consistently prove that you can beat Secret, they're going to be favored to beat you. Matu ready with the stun, gets S4 on the tower. The S4 is going to get extra retaliate charges as a result.
I guess so. Maybe a bit too many retaliate charges he was hoping for, but he gets them nonetheless.
Yeah. What's he doing? He's going to head back to Fountain. Is that the play?
Maybe. I guess
Save your regen.
This definitely feels like an alliance draft, though, right? You've got Centaur, Juggernaut, Death Prophet, Chen, like heavy mid-game and push.
It always feels good when Limp's on these mid laners that can have a very good laning stage and then, like you say, control the mid game, take objectives, and force fights. Death Prophet, I think, fits the bill. It's been one of his better heroes. And then Secret have gone all over the place. Puppey Enigma. We've seen almost no 5 position Enigma, although Puppey no stranger to Enigma. It's now his 2nd most played hero in competitive Dota behind Chen. So he used to play this hero in the jungle all the time. And it does seem like they're going to be going semi-greedy, and Puppey may be doing some jungling this game.
Yeah, that means that this Matamba Man Wraith King is going to be maybe not all alone. I'm sure Puppey will show himself sometimes, but this is a bit of a kill combo, right? Shadow Demon Disruption into Stomp, activate Retaliate charges. Like, I could see them definitely killing the Wraith King if Puppey's not around, so he's going to pull over and have some impact.
Yeah, we'll see how much he sticks around the lane. If he's just going to be denying some range creeps to keep the lane back and then bringing his Eidolons into the jungle. He initially denied mid-range creep to help out against Limp. We've seen Limp absolutely destroy mid lane. He definitely got the better of Nisha last time these two teams met.
Hanskin. I was interested to see if he would like block out the easy camp or anything, but he didn't. Bottom lane, we've got the Earth Spirit, the early pickup from Secret. They started off with their support duo, Enigma and Earth Spirit. It was definitely a weird opening from them.
Yeah, I was particularly surprised to see the Earth Spirit. This is normally, it's been picked up a couple of times, but it's almost never been like a first 2 opener.
It feels like we've been calling for it more on the panel than it actually shows up. You know, it's like, maybe an Earth Spirit, and then it just, no, never shows up. But
usually we'll call for when we see it have like a good core matchup. Like, okay, they need some silence to deal with like a Weaver or Ember, you know.
Earth Spirit Bat Rider, though, that's going to be a pretty aggressive duo. We'll see how they function with that. A nice pull from Hanskin over to the hard camp. But Puppey is here with all his Eidolons to try and snatch up those last hits. Speaking of last hits, how's mid doing? 6-4 for Nisha, and Limp 9-4. So once again, Limp is showing that he is able to get a laning phase advantage over Nisha.
Yeah, Limp is just a beast in the mid lane. I think this hero matchup should be pretty even. I think Nature's Prophet with Treants should do just fine, if not maybe even slightly be favored. Perhaps some of those Death Prophet last hits were Treants, but even so.
The downsides of Chen, not the greatest at being able to stop pulls like this. And Zai, he's going to stack him up. Looks like he's actually going to try and farm them instead of just letting him run back to lane here. Pulls him over. And the best FNG can really hope for is denies.
Yeah, deny some range creeps maybe. The napalm sacks aren't on those range creeps, so they may not actually take that much damage, but yeah.
I wonder if that was kind of intentional by Zai, if he because that's usually what happens, right? Your range creeps all get low, and then the 5 position takes them all.
Absolutely, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Zai keeps him alive, and this lane will even push out with that triple range creep down bottom. Elsewhere, Nico Baby dragged enemy creeps to the pull camp, but back at top, Matu not having the easiest lane, but is getting a ton of CS.
Activates Retaliate. Does do some damage. Matamba Man, though, has a helping hand in Yapzor. Makes an early rotation, slides right on past Yapzor. They have a secondary stun, though. S4 turns and fights Matamba Man because if he got another hit in or something, they would actually be able to get the first blood, but it's FNG who gets it on Zai. I said, well, Chen, he doesn't have a whole lot of tools to stop this. Apparently, FNG was able to figure something out.
Yeah, I don't know if he had a creep or something, because he doesn't right now. Looks like he sent his Ogre up top, so he just gave him the right clicks.
All right, well. Zai maybe with an uncharacteristic mistake.
Yep.
As I'm sure, like, you know, dying to reset your lane, that's one thing. But I'm not sure if you want to give up first blood to be able to do that.
So all the heroes to get it. Chen not the scariest, but even so, it feels like this bottom lane's going very well for Alliance. At the same time, Matu is definitely a bit surprised how well he's been CSing against this Shadow Demon Chen lane. They have not been under pressure in too much. Puppey just being here with his Eidolons, constantly harassing, pulling waves, denying creeps has been very effective.
Her Spirit sitting on top of these guys with his Invis rune. He's going to go for Hanskin. Lead off the stun, chain stunt in. Hanskin turns around, gets off a disruption, but he very easily is cleaned up. It looks like Matumba Man was able to get the kill thanks to the Ray Fire Blast and maybe the Skeletons.
Yep. Does look like the decision has been just to leave Zai kind of on his own, cutting waves, playing in the jungle while Yapzor prioritizes top and mid and securing the farm for the Wraith King.
Yeah, it's a good way to be able to secure potentially bounty runes, though Nico Baby did counteract that.
Yeah. Always good seeing, carries willing to leave their lane, grab those bounty runes, particularly when you've got that free safe lane. It just helps your team so much.
He is going to have to spend 90 gold to TP back to the lane to make sure he doesn't miss any CS. Because he's got to stay top of the board, and that's where he is, right alongside this Death Prophet, who's getting extra farm because Limp has hit a number of treants as well.
Yeah, we'll see Nisha hit level 6 now, so the Wrath of Nature providing some roaming potential, I would say, or at least kill threat on these side lanes. There's a lot of burst damage that can come out of that one, so I imagine he's making the call like, okay, probably telling Yapzor, like, if you find some kills, I'm ready to TP in or throw an ultimate for some extra damage.
You know, Limp, I think it would be really hard to bring him down, but right now, he doesn't have a ton of mana.
Yeah.
And they're actually going to roll for the courier. Yapzor, he's going to go for the snipe, tries to pull it back into the trees, but it's too late. Yapzor has already picked it off. Fortunately, was able to deliver the regen that Limp needed. He's now got some mana.
That's a really nice... His flying courier, sniping it with the roll in. That's very well played by Yapzor.
Phase boots now from Matumba Man, so he's got better tools to deal with the aggression from the Centaur. Nice way to be able to upgrade your armor, the speed boost to get you away from people.
Yeah, he's been crushing it up top. Very impressed by how he's played the laning stage. We'll see where Puppey's game goes on this Enigma. I think at some point he's kind of the forward position this game. Yaps on the Earth Spirit. A big part of picking this greedier 5 is knowing that with Earth Spirit, this is not a hero that's going to be farming or taking waves or ever pushing. So we're going to see very little farm on Yapzor this game, I imagine.
Puppey with the early Sage's Mask. I wonder if he's going to go for that farming Necro Book. Nico Baby sidesteps Yapzor, but is still very low and is probably going to get caught unless they dodges another boulder. Sticky Napalm stacks are still stacking up on him, but at the same time, Zai is slowing down a little bit. Now, Nisha's going to show himself, and another spin was up. The physical damage, though, it's too much for Nico Baby. He thought he could get away, but Nisha lending the helping hand that is needed to bring the Juggernaut down. 2 kills now for Secret.
Yeah, just barely enough damage. Really good TP in from Nisha. And now Jug's going to be respawning without that TP back at top, though. Lions.
S4 turns around, does get a big stomp. Look at all those stacks. Matumba Man, though, still has his reincarnation. Hanskin kind of hoping that he would be able to burst it from a distance. FNG gets run down by Zai in the bottom lane, who picked up his level 6 and looks like he went for the lasso kill.
Yep. Yeah, this bottom lane was the, I think, lane that was going the best for Alliance. And then all of a sudden, killing the Jug, and Chen goes down there by himself and gets picked off as well. So, nice bit of play coming up from Secret.
Sadly, with these supports, it seems like Alliance are going to have a hard time getting any runes. Yapzor and roaming around, and Nisha covering the other side. They're preventing Death Prophet from getting any potential playmaking opportunities. Zai going to get burned out of all of his mana from the Satyr.
It feels like Limp hasn't really got any good teammates to play around right now. Like, he hasn't even skilled up the ultimate, hasn't tried to pressure that tier 1 tower. It just feels like there's no opportunity to do so whenever the Nature's Prophet is alive. The mobility of this hero allows you to kind of gank and threaten the other lanes, and then also always be able to quickly TP back to defend mid tower.
Another roll in, S4 Slowed down by the kick from Yapzor. Matumbaman's going to have another round of Wraithfire Blast soon. That's why the disruption comes out, but because of the Wrath of Nature, it's too much. Limp is going to come in, though. See if he can stop anybody. No stuns are available. That's why Puppey TP's away. Matumbaman, they wanted to take away that reincarnation, but they didn't want to get too close to the tower. Limp very wisely does back away. It would have been easy just to go, oh, I'll just kill his reincarnation and run out, but if he had, Zai would have probably gotten him.
He pops Exorcism, but it's his tower taking damage. The second he rotates top, Nisha's pressuring the mid tier 1 tower, so Limp has to run back. It's going to threaten Nisha a bit, but that Exorcism should wear off fairly soon. He really wants this kill. Limp.
Nisha going for the TP out?
Oh,
wait, what?
Whoa.
What's happening here? Nisha baits it in a little bit more, but Limp still is not able to get the kill, again, because of mana.
Nisha still alive. Has a lot of stats here, going for this early Blade Mail too. 1200 HP with some extra armor from a chainmail. Hope can keep him alive.
Boots of Travel is almost done for Zai as he's going to bodyguard this Bounty Rune area. Nico Baby can't really go for it because of the Enigma counter. Though Enigma, never mind, is only level 4, so.
Yeah, it's been a slow start for Puppey playing this Enigma as a 5, just securing the lanes more so than trying to farm or jungle it up, but I think the nice thing is that you always know this Enigma has that jungling potential and will be able to quickly flash farm up a Blink BKB in the mid game if needed.
There's the Blade Mail, there's the Boots of Travel, some pretty big items. S4 looks like he's going to work towards a Blink Dagger after his phase boots. Needs some extra initiation. And I can't really blame him because it feels like they do have pretty good team fight, really strong mid game. They just need more Blink stuns. S4 is going to be in trouble, though, and he may find his Blink Dagger completely delayed. Tries to go for a stomp on the roll-in from Yapzor, pops it too early, and he's very dead, and so is Hanskin. Secret, bringing everybody to the party up at the top lane.
Yeah, I think they click S4 and see, okay, he has no Tangos and no Quelling Blade. The second he dies, S4 buys the Quelling Blade, but whenever you're playing against Nature's Prophet, you even see like these 5-position range supports often getting Quelling Blade. You have to play with one against Sprout.
We've yet to see Nico Baby be active just yet. He's had his Omni Slash for quite some time now. Looks like they want to make use of it now with the smoke up.
Yeah, I think as much as Nico Baby's the kind of hard carry of this team, him and Limp are the 2 strongest cores right now. So S4 can offer a Stampede, but until he has a Blink Dagger, it doesn't feel like he's going to be as impactful as a Jug can be rotating around. So
they can get the right kind of kill here. Smoke's going to break on the Centaur. And FNG kind of runs him up the hill, but the element of surprise has been spoiled. Alliance
they may force this.
They still try and force it. You're right. It looks like they want to stick around.
I feel like Secret's going to bring everyone. This is mid-tier 1 tower is so big, and when you see Alliance committing both Jug and Death Prophet here, you know they're kind of all in on this push. So if you can defend it, it completely screws over Alliance's mid-game.
That is potentially a big if, though. Can Secret actually win this fight?
I mean, they kill the Chen creeps. Both Centaurs going down, so suddenly this Alliance team fight looks a little bit weaker.
Now they're going to have to start taking some tower shots. Yeah. And that may make the impending team fight easier for Secret, or maybe they're just here to slow it down and watch from a distance, because they're saying they do not want to give Alliance the opportunity to get the gold lead back by taking a team fight, failing, and losing their tower. Yeah. Instead, they just focus on their own economy, which is very far ahead, especially since Matumbaman just bought his Sacred Relic at 13 minutes. So this is going to be a fast Radiance for a Wraith King.
He's had such an insanely good game. And yeah, I think it looked like Nisha just TP bottom, took the tier 1. They gave up 2 towers for 1, including their mid tower, which is super valuable. But like you say, they're just playing and winning the economy game. Happy to wait around for some of their key items, because it's a 2k gold lead, but effectively it's kind of Alliance with a stronger team. It's a lot of gold saved up but not spent, the relic being bought at least, but your Wraith King isn't really looking to fight until he has at least a Radiance.
And that's a big difference between Nico Baby, right? He's not going like a Battle Fury build to be able to farm up and become a big late game juggernaut. He went for the drums, is going to go Diffuse Up late next, so this is very much all in on the mid game, and he will get outscaled by Wraith King, no doubt.
Yeah, he's using all his net worth to give him current strength and allow him to take early fights in smaller skirmishes. I think once Alliance get this center of Blink Dagger, we're going to see them really up the tempo of this game. They're going to have that catch potential. They'll be looking to threaten tier 2s, take control of the map, and really bully Team Secret. But problem is, Secret are going to get strong enough to try and take fights soon with this Radiance.
So it's up to Alliance to maybe try and force things a little bit more.
Yep.
But without that Blink Dagger from S4, I feel like it's a bit of a tall task. S4 going to get a run at by Zai here. It's only Zai by himself, but I suppose any hero is not alone when you've got a Nature's Prophet on your team. And Zai threatening, does hit the stomp. Very nicely done by S4, and I think that's enough space that Zai will no longer go for it.
Yeah, nice read from S4. And he just desperately wants this one last creep wave to get him up to his Blink Dagger, and it looks like this will be picked up uncontested for now, and Death Prophet about to hit level 12 as well, so that second point in Exorcism, effectively doubling the damage output, or at least doubling the number of spirits, so it's a nice little power spike coming Alliance's way with the Blink and the level 12s on Death Prophet, and soon Juggernaut as well. He's level 11.
Not really playing for Bounty Runes so much. Limp leaves the one at top lane because the pressure was coming in at mid. Centaur can maybe still collect it, but yeah. I would have figured Juggernaut would have tried to play into them a little bit more. Try and take their, like, the Bounty Rune in the river or something, but they Alliance seems pretty content to just chill and farm right now.
Yep. I think it's slightly difficult game for Jug to play too aggressive when there's those heroes that can cancel your spin TP. There's both Black Hole as well as Lasso to make Jug's life a little bit harder this game. And Alliance, they get the Blink, they smoke up immediately.
Smoke managed to jump immediately onto the Enigma. That's going to be a good start off, but Puppey still able to get off the Black Hole, holding in the Death Prophet, who does get disrupted. Good save there. S4 dropping a little bit low as Yapzor is able to start putting out the stacks there. Limp going to be pulled into his death, and this is a nasty engagement for Alliance. Nico Baby sits on the side and watches as Hanskin is going to be third hill cleaned up, and it looks like FNG will make it 4. Secret not losing a man in this team fight, yep. And this is rough. Alliance, they were supposed to hit sort of a timing at some point, but it looks like Secret may just deny any timing, any opportunity, any window to Alliance and just take over the game.
Yeah, Secret's the team that has the late game. Alliance is pressured to make moves as soon as possible, which is why they go for that smoke play there. They just got the Blink Dagger. It just wasn't synced up. The Chen wasn't there with them. The Chen is the hand of God and the mech. He's meant to provide this sustain and this kind of unbeatable team fight where, hey, nobody can die. We've got all these heals. They don't blow up Puppey, who they go in with a Blink stun. And then this Boots of Travel Batrider is TPing on a range creep with like 10 health. And I feel like somebody needs to just kill that range creep. But a lot of things going right for Secret, and Alliance just not quite synced up there.
And this could really snowball if Alliance keep on forcing fights. If they lose this one, they may just be out of the game. They're going to fight around this Roshan pit, slowing down Nisha, preventing him from being able to teleport away, and Omni Slash sticks on him and takes away the Aegis. Now Matummin has an Exorcism on top of him. He's in a nasty position. He may just die twice here as Limp puts the Spirit Siphon on him, slowing him down. What a beautiful Sprout, separating them. Now Nico Baby's going to be stunned up. Zai running over everybody with the Firefly. Limp is staying alive with the Spirit Siphon, but a big Wrath of Nature hit finishes off Nico Baby. A nice two-man stun from S4 comes in, but Limp is low, dwindling on just 150 HP. He's trying to stay alive with the Exorcism up, but Matama Man goes for the execution, blinks in, and finishes him off with a fresh Blink Dagger from Hin. Hanskin stuck in the corner, will manage to finish off Yapzor, but he's easy pickings as Matumba Man should be able to run him down with the Radiance quite easily. Zai looks for more, and look at S4. He is stacked up to the gills, pulled back by the lasso, and slowed down to his doom. He will go down, and Alliance, it looked good for just a small 10-second window before it all turns to disaster.
Yeah, I think that Sprout kind of wins the team fight. It's not often you say that about a Sprout. Maybe if it's like trapping a carry in who doesn't have Quelling Blade, but that fight, that Sprout on that ramp just completely isolates the Jug, who's chasing on the high ground, expecting his team to be able to back him up, and not the case. And I like that Alliance are trying to force a fight even into the Aegis because they've got to try and go now. Black Hole's on cooldown, but they're just too far behind economically. The Jug just not having his Diffusal Blade yet, really limiting his chase and his kill threat on a hero like Wraith King. And unfortunately for Alliance, this is starting to look really rough for them. Down 10k gold. Matu is just on top of the world.
Whew! A fast executed gank in the bottom lane. Secret tearing it up right now, and Zai looking for more. Doesn't have the lasso, so I'm not sure if S4 is really a viable target here. But it is enough to force him away and put some damage on that tier 2.
I'll use a glyph, so imagine Secret will stick around and maybe try to take this tier 2 or take a fight now. Matu's ultimate's come back up. This early blink, when you don't feel like you need to get a defensive item and you're ahead this much, suddenly you've got this amazing kill threat, and Matu's just going to be blinking in, killing supports whenever possible. Puts so much pressure on Alliance.
Diffuse a Blade is here now.
Yep.
Question is, will it make enough of a difference? Because this is different than like a Phantom Lancer who gets his Diffuse a Blade, right? All those instances. They are going to be able to run down Matama Man here. He does still have his ultimate. Can they burn enough of his mana? They do. He is out of mana, no stick charges to work with. He goes down for 50 seconds.
That's so sick from S4. He stampedes and blinks in, so he does instant damage and stops Wraith King from blinking away. So many players, they would go for a blink stun, and then Wraith King, you know, it's very easy to blink dodge a Centaur stun, but with the Stampede, canceling it.
Still going to look for the fight, though. Pulling the Death Prophet down into the low ground where a black hole awaits him. A nice double kill for Nisha. Rest of Alliance on the retreat, so Secret showing they can take fights without their Wraith King.
Yep.
Though taking it against Nico Baby would be a bit difficult.
It always feels nice when you're playing this 5 Enigma. There's no pressure on you to really hit a big team fight winning Black Hole. You're a 5 position. If you just Black Hole one enemy core and it's not getting cancelled, you've done your job. You've locked down an enemy core. You've killed off a Death Prophet, stopped Spirit Siphon's Exorcism from happening. So you don't need Black Hole to win the fights. It's just like a, you know, the cherry on top of the cake here.
Yeah. And now he's able to build into some teamfight items, has Medallion, Arcane Boots, so I imagine he's going to be going Guardian Greaves at some point.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he prioritizes that or the BKB first. There is nothing to cancel the BKB Black Hole this game.
Teleport coming in, S4 going to miss the stomp because there was the disruption there, but now Hanskin, well, he does manage to get the purge off. Yapzor meets his retreat with a rolling stone. Hanskin will be a second kill. Secret feel like they're just all over the map.
Yep. Matu dies once to a gank, and he's just running right back at Alliance, not feeling like he needs to farm at all, playing a very aggressive style here. The entire Team Secret is playing super up-tempo in Alliance's face, knowing they've got this gold lead, and even when they lose a hero or two, they just run right back at Alliance and take multiple in response.
14,000 net worth. Nico Baby feeling like this game is in some dire straits. Is going to go back for the Battle Fury now, it looks like. I mean, there is one thing about Juggernaut versus Wraith King that's really bad, right? Omni Slash being soaked up by skeletons.
Yep. I think, yeah, you look at the skeletons, the treants, there's a lot of these summons in these team fights that are just going to soak up Omni Slash hits, and he's going for some AoE damage as a result of that, but yeah, this Jug matchup is not going to be great, and it looks like Alliance, they just got to keep fighting. You've got a Chen in your team, you don't have the late game, you kind of got to go all in at this point. Problem is, Secret seem to be aware of this, they're playing together, they're avoiding this. Yapzor in the mid lane may like pop a smoke or something, he's kind of tucked himself in a really nice place. Yep.
Smoke does break, and he rolls away.
And Alliance will not get anything. You see this creep wave bottom if you're Secret, realize nobody's defending a tier 2 tower. That's a bit of a telling sign that Alliance are trying to make some kind of a move.
Well, the Earth Spirit Enigma, they look great in this game. By contrast, the early pickup, the Centaur, not so hot.
Yeah.
Feels like Centaur kind of limited them a lot in the slow timing of his Blink Dagger and how easy he was to pick off in the lane, just delaying that even further. Felt like they never got to a place they were super happy to force fights.
And that was their 1-2 opener, which was like their offlane combo, and it did not really look like a dominating lane combo. It used to be a really popular lane, but Centaurs received several nerfs. And yeah, Wraith King just free farmed against them with the help of Puppey's Enigma.
Everybody's smoked up around Nisha, who is brazenly pushing in the top lane. Alliance aren't going to be taking the bait. They're going to play the right-hand side of the map right now, letting Nico Baby get closer to his Battle Fury.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just Matu's free farm. Nisha is absolutely monstrous as well. Has lifesteal now from the Vampire Fangs, go with his BKB and all the right-click damage he's racking up. For the top 5 net worth heroes on the Team Secret side.
He's just going to completely ignore Exorcism and Omni Slash. It feels like that's going to do no damage when he has that much armor.
Yeah. This AC pickup, when he eventually gets it, is going to offer a lot to the team. Gets the Mjolnir for now, so...
Well, there's some bad news coming, and even worse, in a few minutes' time, there is a level 18 Wraith King, and he'll soon have his level 20 talent as well, so... Diffuse a blade for not.
Yeah, that may be why Secret's kind of slowed down and stopped trying to force fights. They're like, well, we've got the late game. If we try and force some fights now, maybe things just don't go quite according to plan. You miss some spells, or Alliance get a good jump on you, and Matu can get blown up without getting his ultimate off, for example. So, and he's actually going to be the one getting the AC. So Nature's Prophet should probably queue up something else. That's probably why he completed the Mjolnir with the Hyperstone, was that he saw Matu getting it.
Fair enough. So Satanic for him instead. All 4 bounty runes going the way of Secret, deepening the lead that they already had, 18,000 net worth up.
It feels like, yeah, Alliance is maybe going to try to fight around this BKB timing on Limp, but it's just, that's going to take way too long almost. Like, I think by then this gold lead's going to get even bigger. Feels like Alliance, the farm they're getting, they have to stick together to secure any farm. They're only farming maybe one of the 3 lanes, and they're constantly playing scared, as they probably should be. And the longer this game goes, the closer Puppey gets to this BKB, and then there's just this BKB black hole to delete a core every fight.
Successful scan onto the high ground. They're showing on the tree, and Suspin goes off, but he's already been lassoed up. A jump in from S4. They have the silence followed up with the BKB from Nisha. Allows him to just lay some damage out. The Omni Slash bouncing around, doing a bit of damage, but not that much. And now Nico Baby on the retreat. But look at that! A beautiful sprout that leads into a flame break that leads into a black hole. A pretty little combo that helps Secret put a bow on this game as they're going to run down Alliance members left and right. 3 dead on the side of Alliance and Secret. Now probably, well, they could do whatever they want. They can keep farming if they want. The Roshan just came up. They can test out high ground, see how it goes.
All right, we'll take another look at that fight, and it just felt like Alliance, despite having the high ground, they're the ones getting jumped here because with the scan they just had all the info they needed. Omni Slash just not doing enough damage.
There it is, the Sprout. Flame break into black hole.
Yep. I mean, Secret just feeling too tanky, too much sustain all across the board, and we'll see Alliance trying to defend high ground using some of these Wraith King illusions. You can, I think you can still toggle the Radiance so they don't get the Radiance effect on the Disruption illusions.
Yeah, I don't think that's been changed yet.
Yeah, I saw him trying to do it earlier, but he didn't get it one of the times I looked.
He breaks the smoke. Again, him and Yapzor. They've been really using the mobility of their heroes quite nicely, breaking smokes and not getting caught. Alliance are going to do last-ditch effort to fight around the Roshan pit here, but Death Prophet's already low with no Exorcism. Pops a Eul Scepter, puts up in the air. Matum Man is getting a little bit low, but it is Wraith King. He's got that second life to work with. Nico Baby not sure who he should target. Quickly backs away as he sees many of Alliance are dead. Some of them are going to buy back. It's going to be the Death Prophet and Chen trying to make their way back into this engagement. Secret. No rush on this Roshan.
Yeah, Nisha says, I'm going to defend this tier 1 or at least get a deny on it. Take away some gold. It looked like a Chen creep or something was trying to push it. So he's going to defend that one. TP back to join his team. Not even giving Alliance scraps at this point. And Alliance are all in on trying to stop this Roshan from happening. The buybacks and everything coming into play.
Yep, so aggressively pushes out as Roshan dies. He knows they're on the high ground and he knows they're too late for the fight. So at this point, just comes down to who they can grab. This will be a dieback for FNG. And Hanskin going down as well. He does have buyback, but it seems like the fight is looking hopeless for Alliance in this game. One Secret marching into the high ground in 2 different places, down, mid, and through top lane.
Yeah, this one's feeling pretty over at this point, Cap. Gonna make a last-ditch effort here to defend.
And last ditch of the last ditch of the last ditch. 3 times, maybe third time's the charm here for Alliance. As they go for just one more attempt here. They do manage to take away the reincarnation of Matumba Man for free here.
Only a 30-second window, though, to try and kill him again. And I think Matu knows with no Chen, no Centaur, he's still pretty unkillable. Plus the cheese.
He's got that cheese as well. Nico Baby tries to clean up some creeps. A nice silence, but it doesn't stop the lasso from pulling Nico Baby to his death. No buyback there, and now it's just limp with an exorcism as he is getting spaghettified by the black hole. That is GG for Game 1. Secret certainly showing why they, even in losing the upper bracket finals, are still favored in this grand finals.